Hi, James Laughlin, editor of Water World magazine, coming to you from the show floor at ACE 10 in Chicago, Illinois. I'm here talking with Dan McCarthy, President and CEO of Black & Veatch Water, about the water reuse program that they're planning here at the show. I understand you've held a series of these over the last year, and you hope to gather information about water reuse practices around the world.
Absolutely. One of the things that we're trying to do is get a collection of viewpoints around the barriers to water reuse. We see water reuse as one of the really practical and emerging solutions for the water scarcity issues, as well as just good stewardship of water. So what we're trying to do is gather more information from people who are on the journey to water reuse. What we found is there are many utility clients who are contemplating starting down that journey. We have some that are midstream going forward and finding a lot of lessons learned that are sometimes unique to their situation and sometimes could be a benefit to others. And of course, those that have gone through the process and have successful water reuse programs in place, they're able to help others start to contemplate how to deal with these issues. Certainly there's a public perception, acceptance around water reuse that it's a real problem to overcome, it's a barrier, but some communities have been fairly successful at that. And so that's really where this whole series of dialogues is headed. We've conducted, will be 6 of these dialogues by the end of next week. It'll complete a year-long series of these, and so we've got the viewpoints of people from various countries around the world. We've got viewpoints from people who are originating from the wastewater industry as well as the drinking water industry. So it's been very effective, and we're going to produce a project white paper at the end that we can share with the participants of the program so they get a benefit to see what they didn't hear firsthand, but also what's out there in the world and help network. I think that's the biggest value that we've probably provided as a secondary benefit to perhaps to us, but certainly a primary benefit to the participants is expanding their network with people who are experienced in some fashion with water reuse.
So have you seen any significant differences between, say, inside the United States and views maybe outside the other regions of the world where it might be more accepting of water reuse?
Well, certainly one of the leaders in water reuse is Singapore. Singapore PUB has an extensive program on maximizing the use of their water resource. So they have a total water management approach, and with their 4 TAPS program, one of the TAPS is water reuse. And because of the public education there and the fact that water security is really a big driver there, they've been able to overcome some of these barriers through extensive public education. Other parts of the world that have principal experience now is the Australians, because of the drought that they've been experienced there, and so extensive investments in desalination and water reuse have resulted in a way to solve their water industry and their water shortages. But water reuse still has its challenges because people don't know what they don't know, and they don't think that we know what we don't know as technical experts. And so we've got our work cut out for us to continue to draw upon what those concerns are and make sure that we have good answers and good technologies and good solutions that they can count on.
So you're going to be here later this week at the AWWA, and then next week or later this month in Singapore for a presentation. When do you think you'll have the white paper published?
Well, like I say, we'll have our last series of dialogues in Singapore at the Singapore International Water Week conference. We hope to draw more perspectives from around the world, but I think we'll have a lot of Asian perspectives that we can help add to this. I would expect that the white paper should be ready sometime by late summer. I want to make sure that it's got a good sense of coverage of the issues that's presented in a way in which it provides value to the participants and to others that may have an interest in and receiving a copy.
Well, I think for the industry, water reuse is a very important and interesting topic, and I really look forward to reading the white paper.
All right, very good.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
You bet. Thanks.